All right, hello ladies and gentlemen, camera people. I just wanted to do a quick run through of the C200 cameras that we have that are brand new for us, and go through a few of the features so you're familiar with things. So let's get to it. The biggest difference in the two camera systems is the size of the sensor, what grabs the light and turns it into an image inside the camera. In broadcast, we've been able to pan and zoom, push in, push. We've basically been able to change our perspective, or like we can frame what they're looking at, but we haven't really had like a three-dimensional way to show them what to look at or like bring attention to things. Now the bigger sensor allows us to change focus. And so focus is a huge thing. It's sort of like the third dimension that we can add. We can frame things, right? But we can also choose to look far away from this perspective, like at the electric guitar, and closer at the singer. And if we focus on the singer, then the guitar will be out of focus and vice versa. So we haven't been able to do that with broadcast. With the cinema cameras, we can do that. With that extra awesome look brings some challenges. So we have to do a few things to make sure our focus stays good. First of all, you're going to grab your camera. If we're gonna look at the handheld version, here's our camera. You're gonna grab a battery, which is here, and you're gonna walk out to set it up. So putting in the battery consists of, here is the battery, here are the contacts on it. The contacts are gonna go on this side. So you're basically gonna slide it in and slide it this direction until it clicks. Okay, great. Turning the camera on is right here. I'm gonna do this, flip it up to camera. Piece of cake, right? Okay, now hooking up the camera, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna grab our cable here. This is again for the handheld situation. We've got a couple things here. One is a carabiner that's gonna hook onto you. There is a control cable, which is this XLR, and there's a video cable here, which we're gonna hook into the camera now. There's also an intercom right here. So you're gonna hook this onto yourself, the carabiner, and you're gonna hook these into the camera. You're gonna put this on a pocket or something like that, and you've got your headset, of course. So let's hook it up. Let's look at the connections. Okay, so first of all, we've got a connection here. Rest, yeah, it's a usual BNC, which basically goes in and turns a little bit. And then we've got an XLR for the control connection so that we can change your exposure. I'm gonna click that in. Now it might be that people disconnect this cable, that's also fine. I'm kind of thinking this XLR is better. Anyway, we got it hooked up now. That was easy, cool. Now let's take off the lens cap so we can see. So obviously you're going to squeeze and pull off the lens cap. Now you might also, a couple things, you might use the lens cap. This is a lens cap for the viewfinder. And so you can pull that off, leave that in video production. A couple things about the camera. First off, we've got a viewfinder. Okay, underneath here is an adjustment so that you can change, it's called a diopter adjustment. Basically for older eyes or younger eyes, you can use that. You can shoot like this with looking through the viewfinder. It's a nice viewfinder. Anyway, just make sure it's sharp by adjusting that. There's a camera grip here, obviously. We have a couple of controls here on the camera grip, one of which is the focus right here. I don't know if you can see that. So let me take a look here. So right here is the button for autofocus, okay? This is a little D-pad right here. And then right here on top is the ISO gain adjustment, so exposure. Also down here by the lens is another autofocus, okay? We have the viewfinder, which I went through, and then we have this screen. Now the screen is pretty cool because it is a touch screen, so we can use it to determine focus. So I'm gonna, right now you can see that I've got it kind of on the doors right now, and the focus assist is telling me it's not in focus. So I turn the focus ring, and now it's happy. Okay, you'll notice also that there are some yellow edges to everything. That is called peaking. So peaking is turned on right here. There's a peaking button. This is peaking off, okay? And this is peaking on. All right, I hope that quick video showed you a few things about the new cameras so you're familiar with what you're doing. And really the best thing is practice. I can show you all kinds of things. There's a real physical aspect to the camera where you really just got to get hands-on. Even like I can tell you which way to turn the focus ring, but after a while you just get used to like, oh, I need to turn it this way or that way, or how much to turn it. So that's really why practice is important for this camera. Yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do with them.